Hi, we're Harriet, Mauro and this is Tofu, and in 2021 we bought 4 acres of land on the east coast of Spain with the dream of living a simpler, more sustainable life, in tune with nature, the seasons and above all our values. Join us as we try and bring our beautiful land back to productivity, restore our little stone cottage and learn how to make a living on our land. We have a slight problem with our water, apart from it being all green. This deposit is no longer filling. There's just a tiny trickle of water. Nothing, not enough to compensate what we're using and what's being lost through evaporation. It's barely moving in these canals. And the problem is this section, where the canal goes underground for about 5 meters. And you can see this area is very green, there's a lot of stuff growing, there's a lot of water present, which is already a bad sign. The canal comes through here and it passes under this stone and it comes out on at the other end about 5 meters away where all the grass is. So at this end everything's fine. I can get my hand quite far under there, under the layer of stone that's covering it off. We can also open this little door in the middle and everything's fine here too. Plenty of water. No, don't go. No, don't go in there. No! Oi, get out! Oh, get out! And then the problem starts here. So this section continues until we get to the end and it joins up with the open canal again, which carries on in this direction through to the garden and the big deposit. So I know for a fact that under here is just stones that have just been thrown in to cover this bit of open canal. Tofu was actually just drinking water from in here. We can actually see, okay, yeah, so we can actually see the water here. This is how bad it is. These stones have just been completely flattened because this area here is actually where I reverse the car to turn it round. So the car goes over this section all the time and it just flattens all the stones. And obviously this section over time has just got squashed and now the water doesn't pass through. Actually, it's quite funny. Well, it wasn't funny at the time. But a couple of days ago, in an attempt to avoid this area from flattening it even more and making the problem worse, I reversed the car slightly more over this side of this 5 meter gap. And how wide is a car? I don't know, 1.5 meters? You'd think I'd have plenty of space. But no. The front wheel went into this canal on this side, and could I get the car out? Not at all. Oh god, it was so bad. And I tried to reverse some more. I couldn't go forward. There was absolutely no traction. There was no way it was coming out of that canal. So I went back some more and there's a bit of a hill behind me. So anyway, we ended up with 2 wheels in the air, 0 traction at all. I had to get a very kind, very nice guy from the local builder's merchant to come with his truck and tow me out. It was incredibly embarrassing. So there's various issues with this section, not just the fact that the water doesn't flow through it, it's also a bit of a dangerous area to be trying to reverse a car, as I learned. So we're going to fix that. Oh, that's helping. Ugh. Oh gosh, this is a lot better. This is great. This is, oh, hello. I mean, the water was all backed up. This is a lot faster than the normal flow rate, but we should get our deposit filling again. Not that we were in any danger of running out, but so we were previously all backed up and overflowing from this little gully here into this tiny little deposit pond just here, which was overflowing from this side, and this whole area is pretty wet now, but we're back on track for the time being. Obviously this hole is not the solution. I now have a hole here and a canal there to avoid when I'm reversing the car, so that's probably not going to end well. But at least for now we've got water flowing again where it needs to go, and in a couple of weeks we're going to do the actual fix for this. So we've got another problem with our water. I think I know what this one is though, and I think I can fix it now. Oi, get out of there, you're sitting on my lettuce. Oi, get out. Come on, get out. Oh, look. You squashed the lettuce. No, get out of there. Oh, and this is coming out. Ah. Do you do this? The problem, I think, is back near the fountain, right back at the foot of the land, so let's go there and see. I love walking down this little path because all the way you're just brushing against wild rosemary and whatever this is, I think it's called curry plant, thyme, wild lavender, and it just smells so good. This black pipe that you can see along the side, this is the pipe that was previously inside the 9cm PVC pipe, which is laid here. And we've got about 300 meters of this black pipe, and we just pulled it out when we realised that this pipe was too narrow, and we, for the minute, just left it kind of lying beside the other one. It's hard to find somewhere to put 300 meters of this stuff when it's not very flexible. It doesn't really roll up very well. But we've got a few ideas of what we might be able to use it for, so stay tuned for that. Oh, hello, you're coming down, are you? And here on our left is the final terrace, the furthest away terrace. As we've been walking on our left, we've passed various terraces, and this is the final one. So this is the problem. This area here just keeps getting ravaged by wild boars. I guess they're in search of water or anything, I don't know. Oh, you found the fish food, have you? So this section here, just leading into this first deposit, is the weak link. It's just a pipe that I cut in half and just shoved in place. I don't know if you can see really, but it's actually like several pieces of broken pipe, just clumsily, like one shoved inside the other, just in an attempt to channel water in this direction. yeah, it's very fragile. The bores, when they come through here, just knock everything out of place, and then the water doesn't flow this way. So I only did this because I had run out of actual piping when I was replacing all the other bits along that whole path that we just walked down. So now I think it's time. I've got some more pipe. I'm going to try and replace this final bit.
I spend most of my time viewing what I want from the outside. I comb it over like it's the scene of a crime. The only guilty I find staring back
Okay, so that pipe's in place. This flow is really good, actually. This is close, I think, to what it's like at the spring, which is good. I obviously need some more pipe, so I'm just going to prop this up on a rock for now, so we don't just keep flooding this patch of ground, which is already very flooded. I'm going to get some more pipe. You can see the problem, how to get these bits to slot into one another. Guess I need to take a little bit more off this one so that, well, you can see what I'm trying to do here. I can't describe it in words. You get the picture. So now the water's flowing again through that section there. The first thing that's going to happen is this deposit is going to refill. During the day or so that this part was broken, this deposit was not receiving any water coming in because it's basically leaking like a sieve. The level had dropped down. So this deposit needs to fill up again first. And then once it reaches the right level, the water will just carry on along that pipe that way to the other deposits. Well, bores 0, Harriet 1, I think. And we're back to normal. This flow looks pretty much like it did before all the stuff with the wild boar happened. It's not exactly the same flow as we have at the fountain because we're filling different aljibes on the way, so it's slightly less, but this is looking pretty good. Well, now we're both very muddy, but we do have a very handy dog-sized little washing thing here. There we go. There we go, let's get you clean. Oh, I know you don't like this, but you're so muddy. Okay, off you go. Come on then, off you go. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Well, I've had this video on the back burner for so long, I honestly thought that it wouldn't take long before we got round to fixing this area behind me where the canal kind of collapsed and we were trying to reverse over it. But yeah, many months down the line we still haven't done that, so we're making do with a post which helps me see where the canal ends on that side, and a bag of compost and a slab of cement here covering up parts here where it's given way. And between that we managed to reverse the car in this little gap and not fall in the canal. In the meantime though, we do have another problem with our water. Well, it's soon to be a problem. Let me show you. So our aljibes, or our water basins, are basically just stagnant troughs of water. And there's a couple of problems with this. Firstly, there's the... Ooh, nearly fell in. Ooh. Firstly, there's the accumulation of blanket weed, which we get if the deposit is in full sun. If there's a bit of shade, it's generally okay. But yeah, you can see this blanket weed is growing, particularly in this one. But that's not too bad. Like, I can go with a net and I can scoop it out and I can generally keep it clean, more or less at the moment. The solution to this will be to put some sort of shade, or create some sort of shade over these to stop the growth of this weed. But the other problem, which is more concerning to us, is that very soon we're going to be getting mosquito larvae in these kinds of deposits where the water is just stagnant. There's a lot of, you can already see a lot of insect life in here. Actually the water is teeming with life, but luckily we haven't had the mosquitoes come back yet, but they will do very soon, so we need to fix that. So there are two big deposits that we want to keep full of water at the moment, and those are the ones where we're most concerned about mosquito larvae, because they're huge bodies of water, so they're going to get thousands of mosquito larvae in them pretty soon. So there's this one, which is the 12,000 litre one, and the other 45,000 litre one. And the solution to the mosquito problem is fish. So in the big deposit we've already put a few fish in. I think there's about 14. They're quite small, so we'll see if they manage to keep on top of the problem or whether we need to get a few more. And this other deposit that we also want to keep full because it's in a really convenient place, yeah, has no fish in it yet. But what we're going to do is move some fish that are in a different deposit and put them in here. So we're going to do that now. Right, so the plan is to get the two fish out of here, out of this deposit, which is the one that's furthest away from the house. And we really don't need this water here, so we're going to get the fish out, close up the deposit because it's leaky and we want to fix it, and just, yeah, do lots of stuff here before we actually use the deposit again. So we're going to try and get the fish out. I think we're also going to move some of these aquatic plants somewhere else, because if we're emptying this deposit, they're not going to want to stay here.
I burned out like a wandering ember. I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran was back where I began.
Ooh, look at that clay! Wow. Actually, this feels really nice.
I'm coming home. Leave open the gate. Don't turn off the light. I'm coming home.
We're going to try this again today, better prepared, with wellies. Yeah, and some hose pipe to do the siphoning.
Done.
Well done. While Mauro is siphoning out the water, I'm going to block up the hole where the water is flowing in. And what we've seen people do mostly is just use bits of cloth and old bits of clothing to block up these holes. We've found that in so many places, like on our finca, so I'm going to try the same thing. Come on, out the way.
trolley is so lovely.
So here on the side of this alcove is an example of a hole plugged with a piece of fabric. I think it's a towel in here. This is one of the exits. Well, I think it's the only exit really from this deposit, and I'm just thinking if I can unplug it we can get the water out a bit quicker. We're trying to get the water out so that it's easier to catch the fish. It was just too hard to catch them yesterday. Yeah, I can't seem to get this towel out.
You want me to try?
Yeah, you can try if you want.
Oh, I got something.
Yeah, I don't think we can get that towel out. Well, just have to wait till it empties with the siphon.
In the end, what I found was nowhere near.
Another pond lily.
No matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate. Don't turn off the light. I'm coming home. Though I fought with my claws and teeth, though I elbowed my way to the sea, there be no kind of peace like you beside me. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Open the gate, don't turn off the light. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Nothing's as...
There's obviously still a lot more to do with our water. Living off grid in a dry country with no mains connection means that, yeah, there's a lot of work involved in managing, optimizing, storing, moving water around, and I don't think we'll ever be done with that. We'll always be tweaking and improving the setup that we've got to make the most of the water that we've got available. I'm sure you'll see much more of that in future videos. We've got irrigation that we need to put in place. We've got 2 deposits that we're not using, and we're missing out on irrigation water that we could be storing and using from those deposits. We're trying to make our deposits a lot more wildlife friendly as well, so adding plants and trying to make a bit more of a balanced ecosystem with the fish and the plants, which is kind of a learning experience. And we've still only just started on really getting running water available in the house. So as we're working on that, that's going to change a load of things as well. But yeah, it does feel like we're kind of getting to the point now with the water where things are a lot more comfortable than they were. We've got clean, abundant water where we need it and when we need it, which is great. And at the moment, it's not really a source of stress for us, which is good because for a little while it was. But yeah, thank you for watching this video as always, and I'll see you in the next one.